I was moving way too fast, and I thought, nice guys finished last. Don't throw up, tell me you're sorry after you've been kissing somebody, 'cause you told me that I was moving way too fast. But I thought, nice guys finished last. Your fucking time. Into the hell. And I just realized, shitty girl just looking for a shitty guy. I said, you don't want me, you're better off with somebody who gets jealous. Dude, I'm so fucking ready for this. 15 minutes remaining. Told me that SR or off for YouTube site? No, SR is on. Fuck it. We're gonna pause it whenever it's done for this. We got 15 minutes left. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Right there. Look at that. Right there. We have 15 minutes until the Edge of Fate reveal, and I cannot fucking wait. Boom, boom, boom. Souls will be joining us in a moment. So that we have somebody who's, super duper into Destiny 2 to freak out with, which would be a lot of fun. Too fast. And I thought, nice guys finish last. Too fast. And I thought, nice guys finish last. You told me that I was moving way too fast, but I thought, nice guys finish last. Hello, Ryan. How you doing, dude? Hopefully you're doing all right. Dude, it is morning thinking right now. 35,000 viewers for Destiny 2, by the way. Already with 15 minutes to spare. 14 minutes, actually. Where the fuck is Soulless Ragna? God damn it, Souls. 3 hours of sleep? You should go back to bed. You should, go to bed, dude. What the fuck? 3 hours of sleep is awful. I'm sorry, Ryan. That sucks, dude. Tried that? Yeah, I can imagine. Good lord. Yeah, I did not sleep well either last night, unfortunately. 13 minutes. I'm a thinker, I could break it down. I'm a shooter, a drastic, maybe. Edge of our seats. Yes, we are Vatru. We are on the edge of my. I am. In 13 minutes, I'll be on the edge of my seat because what I want to see. There is a. Okay, I gotta find it now. But there was a thing. Destiny 2 screenshot leak. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, PlayStation Store image leak. Check this out. Apparently, look at this. This was on the PlayStation Store. You see that? That's a fucking light. That's a fucking lightsaber. That's a fucking lightsaber. If that's an exotic sword, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Because if it's a lightsaber, I bet you it's gonna be able to reflect projectiles when it blocks or some cool shit like that. Because that's one of the most iconic things in Star Wars, right? Like when you they fucking block the blaster bolts, they go boom, boom, boom. Imagine that with Stronghold. Just one-handed swords. As long as it works with Stronghold, I don't care what the sword is. As long as it works with Stronghold, I'll be a happy boy. My concern with them adding whatever cool shit is that it's not going to work with Stronghold. That's a large, legally nondescript glow stick. Exactly, Vatra. You understand. If it swings faster, that'd just be a lightweight frame, which suck. I hate lightweight frames. Hello, Eleven. How you doing, dude? Yeah, I've been gone for a while with Destiny 2 stuff because I was taking a break for, Rite of the Nine, which is happening right now. Well, in like a few hours anyway. Solus, where the fuck are you? Solus is taking fucking forever, dude. Striker for real would use lightsaber form 3 at Soresu. I don't speak shit I don't know to me. Yeah, lightweight frames swing faster. Yeah, their base damage is lower to keep up with that, but they do have some of the best damage in the game, which is really fun because you can do 2 light, 1 heavy, and also aerial heavy is apparently really fucking good on lightweight frames, especially Ergosum lightweight is really really strong. Telesto Ergosum lightweight, primary slot lightsaber. I would love that. I would fucking love that. Make it kinetic. That'd be sick as hell. We'd have an actual kinetic sword. All these lightsaber forms are goofy as shit. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense that a weapon as diverse as a lightsaber would have this many different forms to use it, Especially when you the stuff like light pikes and light whips and things like that. Basically, if you can think of I guess maces don't exist. Are there light maces? Anybody know? Just ate some good to sit and wait. He had some jalapeno cheese hot dogs. What the heck? Some of them have pizza sauce, pepperoni, and more cheese. Look, as long as you enjoyed it, bud, I'm not here to judge. Pure defense form. It's what Obi-Wan was undisputed master of. I mean, I'm down. The strongholds of lightsaber combat. Hello? Yeah, that's fine, Elevate. I recommend that y'all have the mainstream open on a different monitor, so that way you can also get the drops. But I'm just here to talk about the funny game. Solus.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Speak to me, Solus.
Oh, can you hear me?
Barely, but yeah.
Uh-oh.
Let me turn this down. There we go.
How about now?
Still can barely hear you, bud. Yeah, we'll turn you up. When they drop it, it's an emblem. That's basically it. It's just like a green emblem. I don't care too much about it, but yeah. Lore-wise, if you're really good at it, you can effectively defend against up to 20 shooters at once. Holy shit. God, I need to get into like extra Star Wars lore. That's not just the main movies. Though I have even seen episode 9. I've heard episode 9 wasn't very good, so I just kind of didn't watch it. Eh. No, you get the new emblem from the Twitch drops. That's not the only thing that they're giving you. They're not they're in like 7 minutes and 45 seconds, they're just gonna be like, yeah, new emblem, that's it. No, they're giving you an emblem for free for watching the Twitch stream. That's what's happening, Ryan's face. That would be insane. Don't watch episode 9. So that's what I've been hearing. Don't watch episode 9. Just don't watch it. But if there is a fucking lightsaber in the game that I can use with Stronghold, I'll become even more of a Star Wars fan. That's how it works, right? Dude, I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited. 7 minutes.
How's my voice now?
Much more loud. Awesome.
Thank goodness.
What did you do? Like, what happens to your microphone to make it go like that?
I have no idea.
Fucking wild.
It
Anyway,
just did.
I don't want to know about Twitch getting gifted subs or Bungie getting gifted subs. If Luke had strongholds. That's so fucking stupid. You getting the Star Wars lore episode 9 because contradicts so much of that. It's frustrating. Yeah, somehow Palpatine returned and all that shit. Star Wars would be so good if it was good. I agree, Excalibur. Yeah, that sounds about right, bud. Sounds about correct.
Star Wars. It's called the Clone Wars.
That's true. The Clone Wars show is amazing. Also, Bad Batch. Really fucking good. Need to finish it. I hope the ending's not bad, but I really enjoyed Bad Batch, so. Yeah, my nose is irritating the fuck out of me. It makes me very upset. We got 6 minutes and 11 seconds. Andor S1 was great too. Didn't Andor fall off really hard or something? You said specifically S1. I've heard that like some stuff is going down in the Star Wars fandom, and I'm glad I'm not in it.
The hell's happening?
Apparently, the season 2 of Andor has some like rape stuff, and some people are like,
Oh.
that has no place in Star Wars when Star Wars is like a very adult series outside of the main episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with dark themes like that. I think it
Shit.
makes sense to talk about that kind of stuff. Because the moment you stop talking about it, the moment it like people kind of forget to speak up about it. You know what I mean? Hey Connie, how you doing? I think the early trilogy was good because of a whole new world of strange things, and we never moved on from Jedi or Sith. Homie, you are crunching on those pretzels or whatever the fuck. I can hear that very well. I feel like I'm inside your mouth, Solus. I see, Elvin. See, that's what I've heard. That's basically what I've heard. We never moved on from Jedi or Sith instead of a whole new characters and worlds. I kind of get that. It's basically we had a whole new world and a super interesting story, and then we never really moved on to a new and interesting story. It's just always been the Skywalkers, right? Ooh, the Skywalkers. Hey, episode 7. Rey might be a Skywalker. Ooh, I wonder if Rey's gonna be a Skywalker. Episode 8, Rey's not a Skywalker. Don't worry, guys. Luke's here, though. Luke's back, because he's a Skywalker, and he's in this one. Also, Ben Solo is, I guess, technically a Skywalker? I don't know. And then we have in episode 9, it's like, actually, Rey's a Palpatine. Yeah. And it's like, okay. Can we move on to some other That's why I like Bad Batch so much. Bad Batch is just a group of clones doing cool clone shit. That's what Bad Batch is. Like, yeah, it's in like the weird middle ground between like the old Republic and the new Empire. But that's what makes it so cool, because that's the time period of Star Wars that I'm the most interested in. Not what happened after. Not what happened before. I want to know when the galaxy was actually in turmoil. You know what I mean?
It's the point we know
Hello, Dragoon.
nothing about, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a time that you can take the most liberty with. Like, for example, I've been playing, oh god, what's the game called? The Force Unleashed recently. And that game is really fucking cool, because it's about Darth Vader taking on an apprentice. And like that apprentice leads to the founding of the rebellion, which is fucking cool. The extended lore, both canon and legends, explores so many aspects of Star Wars universe. It's sad that it's not explored more in the shows and the movies. I'm upset that we lost Mara Jade. I thought Mara Jade was a really cool character. And she's just gone now. Oops. The start of my rough draft for better Star Wars is fast forward like 200 years to kill off every main character except Grogu, Baby Yoda. Main character is a Mandalorian, Jedi Paladin, and now the Grogu. That would be kind of awesome. I'm kind of down with that.
It would be nice to like skip forward to an era where like the things that happened in the past are once again just like myths and like a whole new story.
You're cutting out so bad, buddy. That's so sad. It's fun to have similar recurring threats. Star Wars seems like a stagnant universe where tech just stops being invented, and instead of leaps and bounds, it's slow, gradual progression. See, like, if you look at Clone Wars era technology, then you look at Galactic Civil War era technology, there's like a sizable leap forward. But then that's kind of it. Has Fate edged yet? No, in 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes left. Look at that down there. See that one right there. For Honor Combat.
I mean, they did make a giant thing that could blow up planets. That's neat.
Well, they did twice, which I thought was really stupid. Episode 7 was just A New Hope
true, I'm
again.
Just talking about like the invention.
That's true. We just need a game where we have 4 auto combat customization with Mandalorians. That sounds so silly, but I kind of like it. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is the best Star Wars game still, in my opinion. The original one on the PS2, not the new one. I gotta make sure that's damn
I can
known.
agree with this. I strongly agree with this.
It's a sign that should reset.
We should get a bunch of people to play that one day.
It's a good fucking game. You know it's a good fucking game when like I played it like 10 years after it came out, right? It's on PC. I played with a friend Chansey, a very good friend of mine. And the class balance in that game The only two outliers are the Droideka is ass and the engineer is OP. That's basically it. Everything else on in every other class in that game is perfectly balanced. It's kind of awesome. I love Dark Souls. You know what? I agree, Ryan DLT.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 was one of the first games I ever played, and it was on a Celebrity X cruise line ship. I spent the entire cruise in like the play area on the PC playing Battlefront 2 instead of, fucking around on the cruise ship.
That's awesome. All right. I am going to add Emerald to the call.
All right.
Great DM. Admiral X.
Welcome.
Lawbringer. I played Lawbringer in Black Prior when I did that. Are y'all excited?
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm edging so hard right now.
I'm not. That's weird. Why would you say that?
Yeah, no, it's like every other comment.
10, 9, 8. Dude, we're almost there.
We get to see it.
It's rated T? No way. No sex. They're not adding sex. That's so sad.
Is silence.
Damn.
That silence breaks.
Sex rate 1.
I am summoning you as a new age begins.
Basic ass starting ship.
I see sapient life turn to each other.
There it is.
They
seems
remember how
afoot.
to look to the stars. They remember curiosity. They remember how to thrive.
Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus.
They have forgotten. They forgot.
Those numbers
we
mean
were
something.
here
Someone get on that.
before the traveler.
100.
They forgot that they need us,
Sure, the 9 are ancient.
but they are fated to remember. I will remind them. I'm sure you will. But
It's a weird
not
helmet.
through me. Find someone else.
Weird. Whatever. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. What?
Oh.
They're a guardian? They're a
they
hunter,
were drifting.
bro.
Will is my own.
What, sorry?
They broke out? They're Titan though, I believe.
Oh, they're a Titan? Never mind then. I'm back into it. Huh, okay.
Oh,
sure.
shit.
All right, everyone, hello and welcome here to Bungie HQ in beautiful Bellevue, Washington.
Class
We've
Fusion?
got
Wait,
an
there's
amazing
no
stream
way.
lined up for you to tell you a little bit about
She's
the Edge
back.
of Fate and the future of Destiny
Who
2
is
as
she?
well.
Who is they?
My name's Andy. I work on the social media
I wanna
team
say it,
here,
Warren.
but no need to worry. As always,
Okay.
I'm joined by some of my amazing colleagues here at Bungie.
There's no
to share
way
some of
we're
the finer
getting-
details of the stuff that we're going to be getting
there's-
into today. So, I
there's
believe
no
we're
way
getting
we're
another
to show you
Titan in
what
the
we got.
tower.
Starting
No.
first with the on my right, to
Get
your
fucked.
left is someone that you've probably seen if you've tuned into our streams before or Vidocs.
So
The one and only
many.
Mr. Robbie.
Oh,
Stevens,
okay.
who's the
No,
main
that
director here
we're
at
not getting
Bungie.
Class Fusion. There's
I'm
no
doing great,
fucking
Andy. It's
way.
always a pleasure to spend a day with you.
Yeah, it's been a nice time.
Oh,
honestly.
Yeah, I've
absolutely.
heard we're
Yeah,
getting
well,
new
To
marks.
that end as well, for
Like
anyone that
different
doesn't get to
class
hang out as much
item
as we do, can you tell
customization
everyone at home
stuff?
a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Yeah, sure.
Which I'd be very fine with.
I'm one of the creative and game directors for the game, so that means like I'm a vision holder and
Yeah,
I
the
work
emissary was a
across
guardian
the
that
entire
got
Destiny
possessed
team
by
with
the Nine.
people like Allison and Dylan
Okay,
on the couch
cool.
here
Oren.
to chart a new
Yeah,
course
no, I'm
for
seeing it in
Destiny
chat now.
and a new
The name's
future
definitely
for
Oren.
the game, and just
Not to be
incredibly
confused
excited
with
to be sharing
Oryx.
with everyone today of what we've been up to.
Yeah, can't wait. We've got a big show ahead, so thank
Same
you for
person.
being here.
Yeah, of course.
And of course,
Oh, it's the same- wait,
as
what?
we move, pardon me, right on down the line, someone who again has also had the
I'm kidding.
good
That's-
opportunity
I'm
to
sorry,
I was-
do streams as well.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with-
Sounds like a pro. Destiny's
Same
narrative director,
person.
the one and only Allison Lures. Allison,
Oren is
how's it
Oryx.
going?
It's going so
Name.
good. I'm here on a couch and I
Every
get get to yell
wild.
about Destiny with you. So
Not
it's a
bad
good day.
Yeah, honestly, I'll take that anytime I can. Well,
Same.
for anyone who also hasn't had a chance to yell on couches about Destiny with us or hasn't joined us in the past, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So my name is Allison. I'm the
What's
narrative
the
director
chat
for
saying?
Destiny 2, and so that means it's the job of me and my team to make you laugh and make you cry and make you go, whoa, I totally forgot about this thing from 8 years ago. How did they remember? It's because we're good at our jobs.
We love Allison.
Yeah. As someone who gets to sit in the writers' rooms, I can now doubly confirm that. So thank you for being here.
there.
So much fun. No,
I'm
thank you so much.
edging.
And of course, as we move right on down the line, the gentleman there at the very end of the couch,
She's gonna
someone
bring
who's
back
a friend
Amanda
to all of our
Holiday,
game commenters,
and
known
we
far
get to
and
have
wide, a
sex
member of
now,
the Destiny
and
Global
there's no
Comms
more
team,
crafting,
here at
and
Bungie,
good at our
Mr.
jobs.
Dylan Gaffner. How's it
What?
going, Dylan?
It's going well. How are you, Andy?
Doing so well. Thank you so much for
Gotta make sure to
Just
ask
said
every
bring
time.
Zealous
I
Supercell
appreciate it.
back,
Y'all
even
know
though we have a
how I
legendary
get.
weapon that
Well,
does
to
what it
anyone
did
out there
better.
who may not have accosted you,
I don't
in
even
the
know what
normal
Zero
world of
Supercell
social
is.
media
What
or
even is
just
it?
somehow meeting you for the first time, do you mind telling us
It's
about what you do
a
here at
ARC
Bungie?
primary.
My name is Dylan Gaffner, formerly community team, where we
auto
would
rifle
go
from
out,
Destiny
collect your
1,
feedback,
kinda like
send
an
it to the
AK-47,
dev team,
and
Oh, that's
and then
kinda
bring your
funny.
information back to you, kind of.
That's kind of
And
funny.
literally what it did is
Now I'm on
if you
Global
show
Comms, so I'm
things,
going to
it
be in
chained
more of like a
lightning every
puzzle
now and then,
piece organization
which is exactly what the
stage of
Vesper's auto
what do we
rifle
talk
does,
about,
except
when do we
better.
talk about it,
Oh,
why
through
do we talk
Pearson.
about it, and then
It
just
did give
making
a
sure we get the
little
information
super
out to
energy
all
too, but
players.
not a lot.
Well, we all appreciate it. Thank you for
Okay.
always being the voice of the player inside our hallowed halls. We
It
appreciate
sounds
it.
like
amazing
jolting
about it is
feedback.
All right, well,
back
now
in
we've kind of
Destiny
got the
1.
intros out of the way. Let's talk about
Yeah,
a
that's
new
exactly
saga.
what it is.
Robbie, I'd love to start with you. What's
the thing
up
is,
next in
in
Destiny,
Destiny
and
1,
where are
there
we
was no
exploring?
chain effects.
Yeah,
that
so
was
our
like the only
first
thing. And on
expansion
top of that,
this year,
it was
The
one
Edge
of
of Fate,
3
is the
primary
start of a
weapons that
brand
actually had an
new
elemental
multi-year
effect.
saga called
Oh,
the
I
Fate
see.
Saga. And so
The
we
Fate
want to tell
Saga.
a story about something older,
Oh, please, thank you.
about the nature of fate itself. Are we bound by it? Can we fight it? Because before the Traveler ever arrived in our solar system, there was already space magic here, Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so ultimately, this is
Guardians make their own
a
fate.
story that we're going to explore,
true.
one of Destiny's biggest mysteries and the foundations of the universe itself.
You're talking about the 9, aren't you?
Who
Yeah.
told you?
I think it's
Subtle,
How did
I
you
know.
guess?
Yeah.
Set you off.
We did such a good job with this secret.
Really buried that lead, didn't we?
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's, but
Imagine we
to
get a
that
Fate
end,
subclass.
so who and maybe more appropriate,
I would be so
what
down.
are
That
the
sounds
9?
awesome.
Yeah, so buckle up. In the simplest description possible, the 9
reading a
are
novel
extraordinarily
recently
powerful
where
beings that have been in the solar
there's, like,
system
the
for
elemental magics,
way,
and
way,
eventually
way,
this,
way longer than the Traveler.
main character gets,
We
like,
can think
halfly
of them as
gets
being
that
kind of
stick to his core
connected to
broken
each
and
of the
reforms the
major
core of
celestial bodies
the
in Sol.
fifth
So
element,
that's
Aether,
each of our
and
8
eventually
planets
learns how to
plus the
manipulate
Sun.
fate
Sorry, Pluto.
through strings and
Didn't
shit.
make the cut.
All right, fair.
I don't make the rules. Yeah, there you go. But the important thing to know about them is that this is why
Get
we're going to be so
fucked.
focused on the solar system for the next.
It's so mean
sagas.
with Pluto.
We want to ask questions about our home.
That happened
we've
in my
never
lifetime.
asked
It's
before.
fucked up.
Yeah. So when it comes to the 9, obviously,
I remember
Eagle Eye
crying when I
Guardians
found
have been
out,
about
'cause I
references
was
to them for
young
quite
and
some
cared
time,
about
whether it be outright
space
ominous
and-
or a straight up game show
Sad.
in some cases. Can you tell us a little bit maybe about
It's
what we
kind
should
of
expect from
awesome,
them?
though.
Expect to be surprised. We're like you
I
said,
was always very
the
attached to
lore
things
of the
like plants
9
inside.
really
You have
ranges from
I
like
was
Star
practically an
Wars
adult
infinitely
when
named to the
Opportunity
9
the
doing
Rover died, and I
genuinely
remember actually,
awful,
like,
awful
truly
things,
bawling about
Planet-
that one.
lore.
A planet
And so the
subclass. I
important
don't
thing
think
to
that's
know about
happening,
them is
no.
that the 9 are individuals. This
No,
isn't a collective.
we have
it's not
those.
like
It's
a
called a
hive mind.
Titan.
Each of them are kind of their own being, their own person in the loose definition of a person. They have different
The goose
wants
is
and
loose?
desires.
Wait,
They can
what?
ally with different
What is the
members
goose's-
and
wait,
fight with
wait, who's
different
saying
members,
that?
too. In the words of
People
one
in
of
the
our
chat.
characters
Also, that's a
really
really
early
cool list for
on,
the worm
there are
replica in the
aliens.
background.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
then
very, very
there's
cool.
aliens, and then there are aliens, and that latter one is what the 9 are qualified as.
Oh,
Fair
Titans
enough.
getting
Alright, so
capes?
beings
God, I
obviously
hope so.
immense
That'd be
power,
fucking
so, you know,
awesome.
The Guardians have gone toe to toe within the past.
No,
We've even
no, they're
faced off
not.
against the very embodiment of the darkness itself.
Yeah.
What could be tougher than that?
Yeah, so this is something that we think about a lot about because ultimately the 9 seek to free themselves
Yeah.
at
Please
no
stop
matter
taking the
the
hunter's
cost to
things.
humanity. And because
No.
they're extra dimensional in the ways that Allison are describing, they're not bound by the same rules that we are, that we've really experienced before
Oh, they're trying
in
to
the game
free?
today. And so humanity and the Guardians, to many of them, are ultimately just bugs that can be squashed on, that they don't really care or think about beyond, achieving their ultimate goals. So.
Yeah, I mean, like.
I thought this
the last
cutscene was
10
really weird. It
years,
looks like he's,
Guardians
like,
have really
de-aging.
Just been making their own fate.
Yeah.
I mean, so the 9 is challenging that. How are we going to deal with it?
Yeah, whether we like it or not, the 9 have a plan for us. And like you said, Guardians are really good at making their own fate and going out and deciding who they want to be. But what happens when them deciding to make our own fate is exactly what our fate is? Like, what if that was the plan all along? These are extra-dimensional beings. That means they perceive our reality in a very different way and can interact with it in a very different way.
It's like they're a move ahead in chess.
Weird.
In chess,
but you were mentioning obviously the Fate Saga is one of the
I still need to do
today.
that side quest.
How long can we expect the Fate Saga?
I
to
do
last?
too.
Yeah, so the Fate Saga is going to play out over several years, and ultimately, we know where we're driving this car. We know where we're going with it. But the conclusion of the Edge of Fate itself is going to leave you with more questions than answers, and it's going to be the catalyst into this new multi-year saga. Because we really want to return Destiny to being a game about big questions, right? And so the way we think about this is about pouring jet fuel into the speculation engine of the game. So we're going to be revealing a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts, and many of them we're not going to be
really
answering
very,
immediately
like,
because we're going to be telling the story.
it has
over
very
multiple
broad
expansions,
brushstrokes,
and we're
which is
going to
very
be giving you
fun.
those expansion beats more times than we have
has,
before in the past. And so the Year of Prophecy kicks off with the Fate Saga, and with it, humanity is now set on a
Gravity
collision course with
subclass.
the
I don't think so. I
celestial
don't think we're getting any. I don't think we're getting any
pantheon
news
of
on
the system that has
subclasses today.
been here for a very, very long time. And so the Edge of Fate launches on July 15th. And then the second
Oh, that's not
expansion
actually
of our
the Edge of Fate.
Prophecy is
July
Renegade,
15th. That's
which
not too
comes
bad.
this winter, and then later in 2026, we've got Shattered Cycle and The Alchemist. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting beats. And so again, the Edge of Fate is just the beginning of this long journey of this awesome vehicle we're all jumping into and driving together, and it's going to take us to some new places.
That's exciting. So with regards to the Edge of Fate right here in front of us, you were also nice enough to bring the class something today. You've got some gameplay with you,
Oh
right?
yeah, we got some clips.
Ooh, here we go.
Yeah, we should show those off.
Here we go.
Check it out.
Like the present. Let's check it out.
Observe, connect, conceal.
Train.
Guardian, I had a vision. Conform.
Ooh, that type mark looks kind of nice though.
They just wanted to show us disasters. Observe, connect, conceal. I'm not human anymore. Return, conform, comply. No one else should know what this feels like.
Who's Glasses Man?
Oh,
What is that?
dude, this looks fucking rad.
Wait, what's that strand?
Your suspicion, Commander.
New Exotic, probably.
Remove your scornful.
This is why I brought Solus.
We're getting Blade Dancer back? Is that what I just saw? Or am I just looking at the thing wrong? Hey,
The heck, you just turned into a ball. Dude, what the hell? That's some Metroid shit. I'm so down with that.
oh my god, what is happening?
That's like Weave Walk almost.
Oh,
No.
get fucked.
Ryan says No Land Beyond is back, the most goated sniper in D1.
It is. It was awful because it was a
All right,
primary ammo
that
sniper
gives
rifle
us an
with
awful
bolt
lot to go ahead and continue to dive into.
It was a
And
weapon
here to help
that
us go
had
ahead
a
and
rain
explore
of
a little bit
fear
more of it.
crucible.
Everyone, you probably know us.
Incredible.
I
Someone new
believe
here on the
Strong Max
couch.
is special ammo
We
weapon.
are privileged
Well, yeah,
to be
definitely.
joined by
Good
someone who's
God.
the originator of perhaps my favorite all-time Destiny emote, the one and only Dave Samuel, art director here at Bungie. Dave, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. For anyone who maybe
I need
for
to know
some
if I
reason
saw Blade
somehow
Dancer
doesn't
or
have that
if I'm
emote in their
losing
collection
it.
or hasn't seen you in a past Vidoc, do
Are
you
you trying
mind
to do a
telling us a
Thunderbolt? I
little
thought
bit
that
about
was
what you do here
Warlock.
at Bungie?
Yeah, I'm art director on Edge of Fate.
Yeah, it
I
looked
work
it
with
looked
the art
fucking
team
sick.
to
I guess it's a new arc
visualize the
aspect or something like
narrative
that.
design and kind of bring it all together.
Teleport
It's a lot to bring
subclass,
together.
that's
Thank you very much for
what
being
we're
here
talking
today.
about.
So with the Edge of
Half-Life
Fate,
3.
it's obviously the first
Look, it's
expansion in the
Dave!
Fate saga. Allison, I'd love to start with you, actually. What can you tell us about the Edge of Fate?
The Edge of Fate begins
We
with
like
an
Dave.
invitation, and we are invited, along with a very specific group of people, to
Yeah,
a location,
in the comments,
to
if
a
you
moment
fire
in
Dave,
time
we
for a
riot.
very
Hi,
specific,
Dave,
very specific reason and purpose. Yes, and the
Are
place
you
that
watching
we're
on
going to
YouTube
is
then?
called Kepler, and so you may be saying, "Now, Allison, hold on,
yes.
hold your horses one
read my mind.
Okay, I'm on Twitch.
because the Kepler I
Are you
know
watching
is the
on
one that's way,
Twitch?
way
On Twitch.
outside of our galaxy. What do you mean we're going to Kepler?" And I say, like, dear friend,
The
didn't
new
you
glyph is
know
called
if you look
Theonexia.
inside in Destiny's universe, the Oort cloud at the edge of the solar
Okay.
system, you'll find a little planetoid that also happens
Glyph?
to be named Kepler here in the world of
Dave the
Destiny.
Barbarian. No, I
And
believe
that's
it's
where we're
Dave's the
going,
art director.
to Kepler.
not the barbarian.
This is kind of a Robbie.
That's
We were
me.
talking kind of
Hi.
before the show. This is like the like a first taste of something new, right?
Yeah, so what you're seeing here is us just trying something new. We're expanding the universe of Destiny, creating new mysteries to uncover. This whole destination is about exploring a labyrinthian world that it took inspirations from things like Dreaming City, exotic missions, dungeons, and it's wrapping it all through a Metroidvania expired experience. And so at the heart of all of this, at the heart of the Edge of Fate, is a player-driven exploration and discovery of an exotic world with brand new abilities.
So actually, to even just maybe dig a little bit deeper, like how is the Edge of Fate going to be different from past?
Oh, the new
So
emblem is what you're talking about.
We're thinking about expansions.
Glyph is a Warframe thing, I think.
The formula of Destiny expansions going forward. First off, we're doing 2 expansions a year instead of just 1. And think of each of these expansions as a little bigger than something like a Rise of Iron from D1. And so both of these expansions combined are going to be even more expansion content than we've done in the past. And by delivering 2 of these a year, we're upping the pace of major.
Emerald, you guys, you need to catch up. So let's go ahead and tell her what you missed, because I'm still kind of taking it in.
We're trying radical new things, which each of these expansions. And so
Wait, hold on.
alongside this new destination of Kepler, this exotic world that players will explore.
You missed a lot.
Abilities.
Oh, those Vex look so cool. They're white and gold. Holy shit. That's so cool.
On the destination
in order to attract some of the
best loot within the release. But what's cool about World Tiers is as you play for the main
dude, they've got a
story,
fucking
you play through the
spear.
first couple of World Tiers,
They had like a
you're going to
strand
unlock
spear. Did you see
later World
that?
Tiers. And as you're claiming these
God,
abilities,
I
as
do.
you're exploring
I do
the
see
world
that.
more,
I think
as
I'm
you're
like
discovering more within the
4
release,
seconds
you're
behind
putting
you,
these
actually,
puzzle
on
pieces
my
together, and you're figuring out how to solve
Yeah, you're on
all the
YouTube.
mysteries on Kepler with different ways.
Strand
And so
Spear, I see it
you might
now.
play a puzzle in
You
one
know,
way,
let me-
a mission in one way, and when you're
Here,
in
I'll
the
just do
entire World
this.
Tiers in the
Then you
post game,
can
you can start to
keep up with me.
solve these problems
We're at
in
the
different
same. We're at the
ways
same
than you
speed
couldn't
now.
before in the original playthrough.
Okay.
And so alongside all of this, we're also going to have a ton of quest content that we're rethinking about how we use within the game. And so on Kepler, there's some non-linearity within the destination itself. And so with a lot of
Giant
our
Lance
side
Spear?
quest
Yeah, something like
content
that. It's
is,
really fucking
related to
cool.
the critical path, but you don't have to play it. It's there for you to explore. It's driven by your discovery of the world. You're out in the field, you discover something, and you pick it up, and that's going to help you explore the characters and the world of Kepler more and go deeper on that story. And so, yeah, again, this is all about us just looking at the formulas.
That sniper does look fucking cool. Yeah, No Land Beyond. Also, look at this.
Some of them are really strong.
Turned to a little. That is definitely a hunter, by the way. I was wrong.
Some radical changes, and so that's what you're seeing here with the first.
No, that's the warlock. So I think every class can use it. I think.
I love everything you just said. I was a little distracted by some of the gameplay we were showing.
or if it's like a
Exotic
gameplay
sniper
thing.
rifle, I think I saw.
It might
kinda
be.
recognize
It might be a
that.
gameplay
Some
thing. It might be
enemies
like
with
you
couple
you
of
activate a
cool
switch,
twists,
you
like-
turn to a lightning bolt.
Okay, yeah. But then also there was a
They're
guardian
talking about
that
New Land
turned
Beyond.
into like a lightning bolt.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, never mind,
So
they
there's
went back to
multiple
that.
new abilities that your players are going to be able to discover on Kepler. That's going to make them navigate. And
Oh, it is
look
an
at the
it is an
world,
ability.
in different ways. But the one you're talking about, Dylan, we see it as our premier ability, the crown jewel of the release, and that's called Matterspark. And Dave has joined us, and he's helps us take the vision of the narrative and the design and the art and smush it together in amazing experiences. And so I think Dave should talk to us more about Matterspark.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Dude, all this
So
talk about
there's
edging
this
and
new
balls, man.
source
I
of
don't get
energy
it.
on Kepler, this strange dark matter.
Dave Wood.
Matter.
What a beautiful beard.
So the Guardian binds itself to the dark matter using the arc powers within. You can think of the dark matter as like a medium,
love
and the
both his
arc
mustache
is
that looks so-
beard and
that
the
will
person behind them.
allow you to completely change.
What the
form.
fuck? That's so cool. Look at
Transforming
him go.
into Matterspark lets you squeeze into tight areas, race around areas, jump over stuff.
It really is just the Metroid
It
ball.
also allows you to turn into this basically
What was that, Emerald? You cut out.
electric rolling ball of
This
death,
looks fun as hell.
jolting and
Can I
shocking
do
It does look fun as hell.
that come across your path.
So obviously, one big part movement, one big part
Look
combat.
at they
but, I
go!
mean, even just in addition to that, to look a little bit,
Oh,
wider,
dude,
like, interesting, 'cause you
there's gonna
mentioned
be a fucking raid for this expansion, and this is gonna go fucking crazy for mechanics.
What it means to build a
Oh, no
destination
way.
with these
You're right.
abilities in
We're
mind.
fighting a Gate Lord again.
Also, you mentioned
A
how the
simple
Vex is full
hill
of gold and
becomes
white Vex.
a
Those are
ramp
the,
to get to a new space.
the
A
prime
crack in the
Vex,
wall,
yeah, precursor
basically
Vex, which
will
means
reveal a
this
whole
is
new area to
ancient
explore.
Vex. These are Vex from long,
It's also a new
long
way to
ago, and
engage
they're
with enemies.
quote-unquote prime.
Instead of taking
which
a bunch of enemies
brings
head
some
on,
interesting
you can
questions
find
up,
a
and I'm
Matterspark
really
pad,
happy to see them because yeah,
transform,
they're like some of the coolest looking
turn
Vex.
into this electric ball.
Oh, yeah,
of
they look
death,
awesome.
And then just like start racing around the arena.
Okay, so it's not
dash
something
over
that
their
you.
heads,
Okay, it's not something that you
and
just get to
flank
use
from
at will.
behind, And then
No.
really give.
Because I was thinking it might be
House of
something like
Exile and
Thruster
Templar
on Arc,
a
you
bad
know?
day.
As well we should.
It'd be insane if you could just use it at will.
So what are some of the
Can you imagine this in the fucking Crucible? It'd be so funny.
Each of the Kepler abilities are a mix
Imagine getting killed by a little
and our Guardian's powers. So we have
That'd be
the
funny.
Relocator Cannon, which is this new fallen dark matter tech mixed with void. This is going to allow you to bypass laser walls, use these cascading relay networks, and just basically teleport around the world. Another ability that we have is Mattermorph. This is dark matter mixed with strand, allows you to manipulate the environment. You'll be able to basically push and morph and move
we're mixing the subclass stuff. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, mixing subclass stuff with powers that aren't restrained by subclasses.
Yeah, so what's really important about what Dave is describing, and when we were thinking about building this world, it was all about like, hey, here's this new tool to navigate and see the world in a different way, and solve little puzzles and mysteries throughout the missions, free roam, the quest content, and beyond. But also, what was really important to us is that we lean into Destiny's first-class ability gameplay. And so with Matterspark, like Dave is mentioning, you're jumping, you're dashing into enemies to destroy them. You're doing giant explosions with it. The relocator cannon, you're just blowing everything up with void explosions and gravity.
Wonder if the 9 were able to make a life form that would be possible for the next raid boss.
And then what's really fun about Mattermorph,
I don't know what's going on with the next raid boss. I'm very excited to find out, though.
Basically, to just like delete an encounter before you then like start to morph the environment around you and move.
Because we're getting a raid, right? Because we got a dungeon this year.
It's just really exciting to. I'm incredibly excited about watching players just like solve puzzles and fight encounters in ways that like we don't even.
Oh yeah, with these new mechanics, I'm super excited for that.
I really want to emphasize you're going to be upgrading these when you get into, especially the post-game experience. It's going to unlock. There's something unlocks with Matterspark.
Because that's why we need more of.
Play through the entire approachable than Salvation's Edge.
So when we're talking about dark matter,
they're not going to do an absolute shit
I think
we have
we
dark
need
abilities like Strand.
We need a Salvation's Edge every like 3 or 4 years.
So dark matter and dark
not every raid should be a Salvation's Edge.
Separate things. They're completely different.
Quiet down. Okay, God.
But dark matter does exist in our world. In the world of Destiny, we know it as being tightly connected to the 9. It's what the 9 are actually made out of. In our world, dark matter is invisible. You can't really see it. And it wouldn't be very fun to make a destination where there's an invisible thing that you can't actually see. So lucky for us on Kepler, there's a bioluminescent microbe that allows us to see all of this substance that's impacted this world so much. It allows us to see how it's impacted the plant life, how it's impacted the behavior of the peoples that we're going to encounter, and we can see how it has been able to bring these things that are kind of unstuck in time into this current location.
I do have to put on my drifter hat for just a second and, like, what does it smell like? What does it taste like?
Yeah. Dark matter smells and tastes like bleach and math.
What the fuck?
Bleach and math?
Bleach and math.
It's zesty.
Yeah,
that's kind of awesome.
Actually, so on the topic too of stuff in the trailer as well, we heard someone talking there. Can you tell us who that was?
But will it kill you like Bleach would?
Lodi is a new character that we're introducing.
No, it kills you like
not for us.
Oh look, there he is, Lodi. That's somebody a Bungie self-insert. Definitely. Look at him.
A special shout out to Brian Villalobos, who portrays Lodi and does a spectacular
I knew
job.
it.
This character is
fascinating. So, are we gonna get
He's
to
kind of a
customize
fish
it for
out of
characters
water,
again
but
like
the
that?
fun thing about tropes is to kind of
putting glasses on Guardians would be really funny.
What if that fish that we pulled out of the water was the
Dude, I'd be mad as hell if I came back as a Guardian and I still needed glasses. My eyes were still fucked up. I'd be pissed.
That fish was kind of made to be pulled out of the water.
I just want sunglasses.
I don't want to give away too much because this character is way more fun for the players to figure out what his deal is. But I will say that Lodi is very
okay, but I'd still have I'd still need glasses.
I do have to call out too before we started this. You and Robbie.
Gordon Freeman.
Notice me character.
Oh yeah. Robbie wanted a senpai.
I did. I wanted someone that I just wanted to spend time with on this new adventure we're going on.
Yeah, a friend that we can look up to.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Notice me.
Notice
me.
Hold on, did someone just say the word senpai?
Or rather, Allison does.
Yes.
So with regards to the characters as well, so is it a whole new cast of characters?
It really has become.
No, we're going to see some new faces like Lodi and other characters, but we're also going to see some familiar ones too.
Well, yeah.
Ikora is here. The stakes are high enough that she's
oh shit, she's got a gun. I know he's got a gun.
And
I thought that was Ikora.
She's kind of at the center of it.
Look, they said Ikora and then showed.
This was Lodi. same as we were. All of it's kind of tied together.
Dude, is that Dado?
So the way,
like actually though?
Like the way we think about
They
this.
just put Dado in the game. We already have Az, now we have Dado as well.
Very, very long time.
There's gonna be so many memes comparing that dude to Dado.
Moment. And so as a guardian,
so many people are gonna be like, the glasses are a reference to either Dado or
That's what we
Dave.
think about for these individuals. That's what they're gonna have to go through and determine about how
What?
they can stand
I have
up
to
to
look.
this new conflict that is surrounded by the Nine, because they are fated
Look.
to be here.
Huh?
And what does that mean for them, or what does that
I
mean
think
for
they're more like goblets to me. I think you need to stop being so horny.
So with regard to
They look like
these
the
new
drink
characters
symbol.
and this world we find ourselves in,
Yeah, they do look
is there
like
anything
drink.
about
Good point.
that setting
Oh,
or in particular that
I know
really
what they look
influenced
like.
the
They look like
creation,
the
rather,
little,
of this
like,
world that
Lego
we're going to
goblet,
be
but, like,
inhabiting?
Yeah,
short.
Yeah, exactly. Look like the Lego goblets. Exactly.
First off, if you've
All right,
been
fun
paying
facts.
attention to Destiny over the last week or so, you already know that there's been people on Kepler for a long time. That's an old-ass computer that you were putting those numbers into. We also know that the Vex are here.
What?
They're studying the Nine because turns out the Nine can do something that the Vex can't. As Dave mentioned, the House of Exile are also here. They've become fixated on a being that they call the Giver. And kind of most importantly, the dimensionality on Kepler is really thin. So the 3 dimensions that we can know and see and touch are very close to the realm that the Nine live in. And that means some things from Earth's past have been yanked into Kepler's present.
I was wondering about the
Yeah,
aircraft
I mean,
carrier.
so we've been talking about invitations throughout this.
Yeah, it was like somebody in chat said it was a modern day aircraft
That's
carrier.
actually going to be waiting in the game after this is over. Right of the
It
Nine
looked a little
begins
bit less
today.
or a little bit probably further
So
than
I
modern.
believe we have
or it's
a
just
trailer to
artistic
show.
memories,
You were nice enough to bring a
not
You
trailer.
can
making
also do
copyright.
things the
Yeah,
Vex
no.
can't, like
Let's do it,
win.
yeah.
Exactly, Excalibur, yeah.
Yeah, I had.
I mean, to be fair, the Vex actually study us as well.
Oh shit, wait a moment. Cinematic. 3 dungeons beckon, including
It's time.
Greasy Luck, baby! Give it to me!
Ultimatum. Oh.
Yep. Oh, dude, I cannot wait to do some
Whoa.
Stronghold shenanigans.
Do you see the weapon right there? Like, the black parts have, like, stars on them.
Oh, yeah, that looks really
My
cool.
God, it has sparkles.
Dude, that looks so sick!
cool.
Wait a moment, that looks fun. Dude, the Greasy Look looks amazing! Oh my god, I need it. I need it now.
Fucking cool.
Holy shit. Right
We're
to the
doing this
9.
right now, right? Like, it's
Begins
coming out, we're doing it
today,
immediately?
baby. Oh yeah, once maintenance is over, homie, we're jumping on.
All right, so that's Right of the Nine, which is
That's definitely gonna be a
our
shader.
essential-
Nah,
What are we
homie,
doing
I think that's
first? Are we
default.
doing Ghost
for
because you want that
the Edge of
greasy
Fate.
luck?
I want to do
These
Ghost.
3 dungeons
I'll be honest,
that are featured in
I
this
didn't
event
realize they
are
were gonna make
free
all the
for
weapons
players
9
starting
themed.
today.
That's
And
so
what's really
fucking
important about this is
cool.
that these dungeons are both for
cool.
veteran dungeon crawlers, hardcore raiders, people who've been in these places a
Oh,
lot,
this
but
means we no
also
longer have our block guns in our inventory
new
after
guardians,
this update.
guardians who have never
Yep,
stepped
that's okay.
into a dungeon before, right? What was really
No more
important
Nerf
for
guns.
us when we were developing Right of the Nine was that we were changing the
Unfortunately.
formula on how we can
Mine's a
think
block
about how
of
we can
wood.
welcome even more people into these experiences. And so you're going to be able to go in solo, buffed up, and explore a dungeon by yourself, or go in match made with other fire team members shoulder to shoulder for the very first
A
time.
match-made
But
dungeon?
don't worry, because we also
Dialed
have
the
a
weapon
higher-level
skins
challenge
up to
for
the
our
9.
veteran,
Yeah,
our
Vatru.
hardcore dungeon
Yeah.
crawlers, where you're going to be able to earn the best
God damn
possible
it.
loot, exclusive rewards, and also an exclusive title as part of Rights of the Nine.
Fuck, I still have
What's also
icebreaker
really
kills.
important about this event for being a pro
Yeah, as Dragon says in chat, they're discussing
really
giving us the block gun
reintroduces the
skins.
emissary into the game.
So we can
You're
just
gonna
put them on
learn
as like an
who
ornament.
No. What?
is pretty
It would be
crappy,
awesome.
and why she
They haven't
quits
censored it.
at the top of the Edge of Fate, like we saw at the beginning of this show. And so, Andy, we've been talking a bunch about how our Destiny expansions are changing the formula for Destiny going forward. So now I think it's time for us to start talking about how the core hobby of Destiny is changing going forward. The day-to-day of playing Destiny, week over week experience. And we've got someone else on the couch here to help us talk about that.
We have an expert in that very subject now who has gone ahead and joined us on the couch. We are now joined by the one and only Mr. Ben Womack, creative director here on Destiny. Ben, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here. There's a
Bungie
lot to
special
talk about.
Yeah, seriously.
There is a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good conversation we have coming up.
Yes.
But before we get into that, can you tell us just a little bit about what you do here?
Yeah. So I'm the Destiny 2 creative director for the core game, or the core hobby, as we call it.
Yeah.
And it has to do with all parts of the game, everything from Edge of Fate, through our seasons, through the fundamental systems. And
expert
particularly,
on
like I
the
was
cast
saying, I've been
info.
focusing on the thing about the kind of building blocks of Destiny 2 and getting those like not only stood up but also transformed and iterated on in some really exciting new places.
Nice. Well, let's go ahead and just start at the top. Can you tell us a little bit about what like the core formula of Destiny is changing and why?
Yes. So I think we need to start with the why first, because it's important to think about what is Destiny, what is great about Destiny. And Destiny is best when you have like awesome chases that you're excited about. You have really cool, powerful builds to make, and there's a mountain to climb that's right in front of you that you want to climb. You're like, I want that mountain. It looks pretty cool. And the thing that is not always true right now in Destiny is like
you're going to buff solar. Calm down,
players don't have as much agency. You know, we want to be player driven. We want to be more rewarding than we are, because right now there are barriers to playing Destiny like in the best way. And those barriers are insurmountable sometimes. So think about that whole picture.
Dado freaked out in the good way when the new guy showed up. It's just Dado, bro. Like, he's in the game. They put him in.
That's where all the changes you're going to see started, like at their inception point.
I'm telling you, man, Dado's getting into Destiny now.
Piece of the pie.
Massive
That's fucking awesome.
Across so many systems of the game, and this is like we're just getting in, digging into the surface.
Yeah.
I mean, to that same end, then, how are we making it easier? Pardon me, to go ahead and just get straight into the fun.
Oh no, let's do it, because that's exactly what we want to do. And the first thing you're going to see when you log into Destiny with Edge of Fate, you're going to log in your character and see your ship in orbit. It's going to say, it's not going to say open director. It's going to say open portal. And the portal is our new front page of the game. We're trying to like get you to the fun as fast as possible and as few clicks as we can. Like we even have Edge of Fate there in the corner, so that it's like right.
It'd be kind of neat, Vetra. I wouldn't mind that.
Map to get to it.
If you could just try out an encounter in a raid.
Other big parts of the game, the ritual game and for seasons, and putting them into these ops categories. So the idea is that we're having these different ops for different moods. We're having solo ops. Or have a bunch of fire team ops. We have pinnacle ops, and of course
solo ops is what I'm excited about. I'm gonna do the solo ops a lot.
I mean, to start up at the top, can you tell us a little bit more about what solo ops?
Oh yeah. So solo ops is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a bunch of activities that are made for solo players, and the conception point of that was we want to make activities for players who have a smaller amount of time that they want to play in, and they don't necessarily want to have like dependencies on other players, but they still want to get in there and play for 10 to 15 minutes and get some real progress.
Yeah, get some loot.
Yeah, get some loot. Yeah. Get some loot and get your character forward and feel like, yeah, no, I played some Destiny and that was great. And even if you don't feel like playing with other people, that's fine, because we have
solo lost sectors have gotten super boring, which is why I haven't done them in a while.
So
I mean, solo ops I'm
what
super
are some
excited
other ways
about.
that we can play and have fun using Portal as well?
Yeah, so Robbie actually has a great way of talking about this. So.
Yeah, some of the North Star that is what we talk about when we were developing the Portal early on was like, where are we headed with this thing? And ultimately, it's play your way. It's giving players more agency, more personal drive to figure out how they want to engage with the power climb and the new progression systems coming and our seasons. And so the entirety new progression and power climb is now all available to you in the Portal at your fingertips in one place. It's really easy to find, really easy to jump in. Anything you play inside of that category any of those categories is gonna help you make progress. And so, because we want Destiny to be welcoming not only to new players, but also old players who are coming back to the game to join us with the Edge of Fate. And we also want this to be like a new even playing field for everyone.
I know, right?
And so, as part of this is a commitment from us as part of the core hobby and all the seasonal content we're building, that we're going to be continually investing in this, right? We're going to be continually updating this over time for years to come. And so, you're asking me directly, like, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
Ben mentioned solo ops. We also have the fire team ops and pinnacle ops. Both of these are more around playing with other fire team members, shoulder to shoulder, where fire team ops are more quicker sessions. There are some longer form things in it too, but then pinnacle ops are more about those really long form or more challenging kind of focused activities like exotic missions, for instance. And so, and then the one thing we haven't talked about yet very deeply, but is incredibly important, and it's something that I think we've done for the first time like ever, or maybe since early D1.
It's kind of a return to form.
Yeah. You're going to be able to experience the entirety of the power climb within Crucible Ops by playing PvP, right? So this means, like, if you want to be sweaty, Andy, which, like, I know you, Dylan, too. I know you're that way, right? Like, I know both of y'all. Like, if you want to put the sweatbands on, you're going to be able to play the entire experience in the season here and earn some of the highest tier loot that's also available in the game.
I have to say, this is like super exciting, because like my player type or other folks out in the community, like they want to go in, they want to jam on PvP, but then their friends invite them to do a dungeon or a higher tier activity, and they're like, oh wait, I need to grind a long time to get up to power. Now through PvP, they can get up to power, and you can just bring them into that PvE experience and have a fun time with each other.
Yeah.
So.
That's honestly how I primarily played D1, so I'm really looking forward to that. So it sounds like the core, obviously, of what you guys are talking about, play the way you want to play. It's right at the center of all of it. What if I really want to challenge myself, push myself?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's important to us.
Yeah, yeah.
Death. That's important to us.
Well, death, but also success.
Yes,
and
that's true.
from it,
That's
right?
true, yeah.
Yeah, and so we really want to give agency. That's that's one of the things, agency player driven towards loot and challenge. And so we have a really hugely expanded activity customization system. We have a lot more difficulty levels, and we have a ton of new modifiers. We have 50 new modifiers along with all the
Oh
old
my god.
Oh!
Wait a moment.
that are going to make this big curated web.
Customized.
Oh, turn them all on, dude. Turn them all on.
Content in the curator.
Slap
All
on
skulls
everybody.
legendary.
It's not just old Banes. we have
Grandmaster
new Banes as
Ultimate.
well.
Oh my
Some cool ones
god.
to help you like get advantages in
Welcome
your
back,
activities
Bungie.
and for your build. We
The
have
dildo of
challenges and
consequences
trade-offs.
rarely arise.
The fun part is you're going to get these
What?
combinations that are available, and you're going to then make a mix that's actually going to
Oh, turn them all on. I'm so fucking down.
Sometimes the way you prefer you play. Like there's a new boon called Grappler that I
We'll definitely have to
personally
face
love.
the
It's my
consequences of
preferred way to
actions,
play,
but
where
it's gonna be
they give you 3
great.
grapple grenades, replacing your current grenade. You can't do the melee, but they recharge super fast. So any
Wait,
build
what?
you want, you could now Spider-Man around any map. It's actually super fun.
There's a boon called Grappler that just gives you 3 grapple
What we
grenades.
kind of call the virtuous
That's fucking
cycle,
awesome.
right? Where you're going to be crafting your build, tinkering with the activity, looking at like how you can earn a higher tier of reward by taking on higher challenge, and as you earn better loot, you're looking towards that next mountain to climb just ahead of you all the time. And so this is really about how far you want to push yourself upwards within the portal itself. But also, we also are thinking about the people, and that's the depth, right? That's the depth of the challenge that we're talking about. That's also.
I'm
we're
going to
also
play
thinking
the
about
absolute
people
fuck out of
who
this.
Don't have as much time to
That's
play
insane.
solo ops, and
That's
also
absurd.
if you're scared of modifiers or you're scared of customizing these
Or
activities,
you just don't feel like
don't feel like
today.
doing it. Yeah, no, that's a great way to describe it. Thank you. We have a bunch of quick play options, right, Ben?
Yeah, quick play options, and we actually have matchmaking and Fireteam Ops.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And we have Fireteam Finder, and so you're able to like really choose kind of what you're in the mood for.
Oh yeah, we technically have matchmaking across every activity that exists.
Except for solo ops, because that's solo.
Right,
But
yeah.
yes,
Yes,
otherwise,
but in the
aside
Fireteams
from
and
that
Pinnacle
one.
Ops, it's everything.
Yeah, you'll have options to play by yourself or with other people. Oh, actually, a really fun part is you can play a strike by yourself as hard as you want it to
That's
now,
true, yeah,
which is really fun. Yeah.
Well, you're talking about like all the different boons.
Now,
and
can you
combinations. I
choose
think
the strike that we want to
like,
play,
it's like
though?
Around 50 or something like that.
Probably
Those are
solo
new ones,
Vanguard
50
ops.
new ones. So it's like you can take those
kinda
into
cool.
solo ops. Like we're talking about this being kind of leisurely, bite-sized activity, but if you want to take it and say, I don't want Weenie Hut Jr., I want like esoteric level solo hardest thing in the world, like
Esoteric mention.
From the very start, if you want to.
That's kind of sick.
The point is that you're going to like stretch
We have
that
the
far and
Bungie
you want the reward to
difficulty
feel
scale.
like.
It goes from Weenie Hut Jr. to
We want you
esoteric.
to yourself, you are rewarded for it. That's really important to the business
So-
for the portal.
Esoteric is now canon to Destiny 2
There
as
are
well.
a lot of rewards. aren't
No,
there?
he's not in the game yet. He's not in the game yet. Wait until the next expansion. Wait till Apollo.
They added an esoteric difficulty.
Yeah, so like talk
No,
about
Might not
I
be
think-
called
and
esoteric,
No, I was
but
about
it's
to say.
esoteric
all of that.
difficulty.
And we
He's
actually
just
have
making a
2
joke
giant
there.
Gear
He's
changes
making
I'm
a
gonna like put in 2 little
I said
buckets
if
for us
anyone
to
here
talk
knows
about.
how to
The
make a
first one
meme,
is
please
Armor
make a
3.0.
scale of
And
difficulty
the next
based on
one
Bungie
is
thoughts
gear
and make it
tiers.
Weenie
So
Hut
like talk about
Jr.
Armor
to
3.0
esoteric.
first.
That's
we
awesome.
are probably making the biggest change ever since Shadowkeep around the
huge.
system.
Inside of
enormous.
you, there are
Yes,
several-
I cannot
we're
fucking wait.
adding
Weapons,
set
health,
bonuses,
health.
which is a long requested
Health.
feature for all the new
Dude,
armor
I'm going max health, baby.
at Edge of Fate launch, and we're redoing all the stats.
Oh,
And
dude,
we
I'm
can now,
excited.
Like exceed 100.
Armor
Go
3.0,
beyond
baby.
100 for
Wait,
extra
record. Deal
bonuses.
significant increase
Yeah,
in
we
kinetic
ordered
damage.
a
Oh
lot of
shit.
armor drop in order to have all the energy
Fitting
built
components.
into your build
Dude, this is so
tracker.
fucking cool.
And it's going to
We have armor set
There's more features
bonuses.
actually that I could talk about, but I don't think I'm
About fucking
Well,
time.
something we can't talk
Dude,
about too, you
I'm
mentioned gear
getting
tiers
max
as
HP,
well.
baby. I'm going tanky as hell.
Gear tiers are very exciting.
This is
because
so
every
Same
single
cool.
here,
I'm
one of
almost
those
not
armor
depressed about the
you
fact
can
this
get
is about to
going have
break
5
every
gear
triple
tiers.
100.
Oh fuck you, buddy. Who cares?
And like we have a 5 gear tier 5 piece of legs armor on the screen right now, and you can see that like this is like looks really cool.
Wait, yeah,
for
that's an
iconography,
extra
but
mod.
it also has a ton more stats.
What is this?
And
What the
what's
hell?
that?
That's a
Turn off the
weapon
energy
boost.
there.
Yeah,
Remember the weapon
yeah,
stat
that
we
energy
just
says
saw?
11.
That's a font
and
of
it's
weapons.
true.
11.
It's not
Oh.
a typo. Like energy is going to 11.
Doesn't increase swords,
the
though.
higher tier armor. And so if you want that for your
They're
build
all at
mechanism-
300 light. Are we about to get a light level reset? That's a good point, Dragoon. Everyone here is at like 300 light, and all the difficulty modifiers go up to like 500. I think we're getting a light reset.
Get more higher tier armor.
Like to
Also,
0.
hold on.
And this is also not something that's just relegated to armor, right? When it comes to
You were
weapons,
able
they're
to
obviously getting their
equip
own
a
refresh.
surge
What's Destiny
and
without
the
chasing
weapon boost at the same
Yeah,
time.
weapons are part of the player identity. You know, so like
Is that a problem, Solus?
You got fashion, and then you have
No, it's a
gunplay,
solution.
That's
right?
true. Though we do have fashion for your guns. a
The
bit.
question is violent.
Well, so because
And the answer
once you reach tier 5,
is all
those Yes.
your legendary drops, you're going to be getting tier 5 weapons, and those have unique shader treatment. It's like essentially a completely different look that's going to immediately identify it to you and others that this is the highest tier gear of this drop. that you
My
can get.
God.
It's going to show on the weapon. It's going to show on the icon. It's even going
Wow.
to show when you kill enemies with that weapon, because
And this
there's
really is the
unique kill
edging
effects
stream.
for tier 5 weapons that you can turn on or off if you don't want it, but your gameplay will like show that no,
I
yeah,
need to
the
know what that
weapon
origin
that
perk
is being
does.
used
I really
is,
need
like,
to
the
know.
I do
highest tier
too.
you can get.
I do too.
Yeah, Giver's Blessing, which I think we have on
It
screen
looks
right
like
now,
an
is
hourglass.
one of the Kepler auto rifles, and I cannot put this thing down. Yeah, when we're playing through the Edge of Fate right now, and it's what's really exciting about it for me is that like when you see that tier 5 drop, like you know immediately that's better than like a tier 3 or tier 4 weapon that you have, right? And I think that's when we talk about
like
making
this.
Destiny easier to just jump in, find the fun, make it
Something
accessible,
I've
but
been
also
worried about
create more
for a
depth.
long
You know, this
time
is what
the
we're
fact
thinking
that,
about. It's like how can we just
searching
make
after better
immediately like
loot
you
doesn't
understand
feel
like
like
okay,
a
this is
thing
probably
anymore,
better than the thing I have.
because
Yeah.
it's
right now,
only
depending on
legendary
which tier.
weapons. There's no uncommon and rare.
That's
And we can't really
that's a
go
good
back to
example
that
of
because
how
it just
much
feels
time and effort
shitty.
is being put
Now
into
we
these
have
game
Yeah.
systems
tiers
to make
of
them more like
legendary, and I
approachable.
honestly think that's a
Change
really
can be
nice
scary.
way to
There's
like
a lot of change that's about to come to the game. We're
different loot
Armor
tiers
3.0,
and
we have some
seek
new
after
lagoons, we
something.
have a bunch
That's
of new
something we
stuff.
haven't really had in
And
Destiny for a long
after
time.
10 years of Destiny,
Yeah,
this is
I agree
going
with
to flip
that.
stuff on its head. So I mean,
Oh,
we're going to
yeah.
have
Yeah.
a bunch of blog content.
The
We're going to have
only
interviews
thing I
with
can say
Robbie,
we
with Ben,
kind
with
of
more
had like
folks
that was
across
a
the
death
team that have been
weapon
working on this.
and
And then we'll
Arthas
also be
Armor, and
elevating
that was
our
kind of like a
creator
very
community
niche thing.
when they're creating guides,
Yeah,
all that kind of
and
stuff. It's going to be a
they
fun
didn't
time.
even, like,
But ultimately,
really
a big
give,
shout
like,
out and thank you to
super,
all the folks
like,
that have been coming into our studio,
break
giving
point
feedback
levels
early on some
of
of these systems so they can be
bonuses.
more
Yeah.
approachable. And
Yeah,
we're looking
it-
forward to all the feedback that's going to be
Because like
coming
all that
after
adept
launch
weapons
too.
really
Like,
give you is just like
this is
extra
again
stats
one
on
of our
your
first steps
weapon,
into
a
something, and then the
different,
community,
look,
and we are going to build something.
artifice
Yeah,
for
which
it.
is kinda
It's extra
lame.
How much
stat.
Which I
feedback
don't know
we've
if you
gotten
saw
from the community
that
summits
the
we've been running
armor piece
over
that
the last
showed
year
earlier
for the
with
Edge of
the
Fate,
front on
and just
had
people
11
reaching out to the
energy
community
slots.
teams and others to us. Like
Yeah,
your
I
feedback
saw
is
that.
invaluable. So like seriously, like thank you so much. We're making this game together ultimately.
Mismatched armor gonna
incredibly
make this
important
hard.
part
You'll
of the
be
process.
okay.
Like I don't think we would be able to make what we do without it.
To be fair,
Working with the
if
community
for
is
those
obviously
who
a
are
core
just
part.
joining,
Dylan,
they
huge
probably
thanks
have
to
an
you and your
advantage
team,
here,
obviously, for
purely
helping lead that
because
charge. And
unlike
in
the
advance
people
for
who
the
have
big
like
blogs we
built
get to
their
write, and
loadouts
then also
over
for
time
social
and
media
time and time,
We'll go ahead and get out the door. So go ahead and
they
get
get to
some
just
I think
fuck it.
but
you were saying you wanted to
Everything
try
is
to
good
break the
now.
record for longest twid.
Yeah.
I'm more predicting we are.
Longest twin.
Well, it's not about trying.
Lab.
It's the state of things.
It's going to be a multi-month journey as we head towards launch. So
yeah, be a good time.
Yeah.
But you know, we've been talking a lot about the
It's the
core
longest
Destiny
job.
hobby. How does that extend into like how players are going to experience like a full year of Destiny?
Yeah, so we've been focusing on improving and changing the formula of Destiny in multiple ways. And so progressing through the Fate Saga is going to be more meaningful with 2 expansions a year. We've been talking
I
about
agree,
how
Dragoon. We
focusing
should definitely
our
have more loadout
seasons
slots. If we're gonna have this
and
much
the core hobby
customization
of
with
Destiny and
builds,
that
we definitely
commitment
need
to
that.
continually updating it.
That would be
And in
nice.
addition, we're going to have 2
Lawless.
free
I'm happy we
major
have loadout
updates
slots, honestly.
between each of our major expansions coming
Ooh.
in the Year of Prophecy and beyond. And so
July
ultimately that means there's
15th
4 big beats
and
happening
December
in
2nd.
the
Ooh.
year,
That's like-
2 expansions, 2 free major updates between those expansions. So what that
Governor
means we're
Fashion
not
Iron is
doing
gonna
is
have
paid
something to do with
season
That
content
Renegades is in a
anymore.
is that
We're
a
not doing
Star Wars
separate
font?
storylines, and this also means we're not building a bunch of activity content that basically just
It's
goes
very
away
Star-
and
it's
is
very
less
Star
meaningful in the
Wars-esque.
game, after 3 months. So we're instead focusing all of that effort that used to go there instead into building up the core hobby of the game, so the core hobby stays fresh and exciting.
More
year-round.
loadouts for
And so,
fashion. That could be kind of nice.
Ultimately, this means
Wouldn't
no more
mind that.
paywalls for seasonal content, and also these major updates themselves that I'm signposting around right now. The size of them roughly and the inspiration for them we're thinking about is like Into the Light.
Okay.
So when you say like into the light, for folks that aren't out there, like what for a major update, how big is that? Like how do you encapsulate
Yeah,
that?
so when I say Into the Light, a lot of this is like the inspiration of what it was. And with Into the Light came a really cool theme that wrapped wrapped around all the new stuff we were building within it, but also a lot of the reprise stuff as well. And also, with it came Onslaught, a new type of activity. It came with reprised exotic missions and a rethinking of how we could do like a rad style event, a raid event with the Pantheon. And so for our first major update coming a few weeks after the Edge of Fate launches, we've got Ash and Iron, right? And so with Ash and Iron, Yeah, we're going to be returning to the Plague Lands.
Returning to the Plague Lands. Can't wait.
It's going to happen.
Yes!
So that story.
I don't know what the
is gonna
Plague
pick
Lands
up
is. What is
from where
that?
We left off from the Edge of Fate, and with it, we're going to have a new activity called Reclaim, a brand new exotic mission, new types of
You're
pinnacle
laughing at
ops
me.
entering that for the first time.
No, I'm not
as well
laughing
as,
at you.
of
I'm
course,
laughing because I'm
what's best
excited.
Without loot to chase, we've got new
Steva
gear,
Hell?
new rewards,
Okay.
And 2 new
Yeah, it's like
exotic
the
weapons as
Cosmodrome,
part
but
of Ashen Island
Seavified.
as well.
It's
And
cool
with
as hell.
this
It was
major
my
update
favorite
and the
location in
season,
Destiny
all the
1.
seasonal content going forward.
hell
is
yeah.
free for all players. All the activity content that exists in the portal that's free to play.
Very nice. So even to actually go one quick layer two deeper on seasons as well, what are some of the cool things that we're going to be able to do with the season that's launching alongside the Edge of Fate?
Yeah,
They're saying season, not episode, by the way, which is
I'm gonna
interesting.
kick this one to him.
Yeah, so we're trying to make any time the best time to hop into Destiny. You know, and one of the ways we want to do that is we want to invest in events that are like accelerating the game and enhancing every part of the game, but also bringing new cool stuff. And actually, we've been working on this so long, we actually have some new cool stuff coming before the Edge of Fate.
It's a special little treat.
Yeah, special little treat. So this Friday, you can play a little event, maybe you've heard of it, called Heavy Metal, which is Tanks versus Briggs, a new
I can't wait for that.
It's
It looks so
super fun.
silly.
I would kind of wish I was playing it right now, I'm not going to lie. But the thing that people at home don't know is we have a new reward that's a unique thing in Destiny. If you invest in this event, if you don't play it. It is a free-to-play event, so this reward is free to play. It is a new combat vehicle that goes in your Sparrow sled, Combat Sparrow. If you will.
Fucking
And this is a really
combat
cool,
Sparrow?
like, combat-ready vehicle. You can take anywhere you can summon a Sparrow. You can summon it and use it to fight your enemies and just have a really good time. There's some really cool. There's some really cool things with this vehicle that I don't want to spoil right now.
Solus, you gotta stop hitting your mic, dude. It's ridiculous.
forever.
Well, I mean, we've been saying, like, what was it? Skimmer is Flash, and the
Homie is
Griffin
losing his shit.
Flash.
Solus, you good, homie?
The dad joke quota hasn't met.
We got to get one in.
Absolutely, yeah. But that's all, right, man? Like, you've got
Solus, are you okay, bud?
So, you know, like I just said,
I'm getting a Sparrow with
happen
guns!
right after.
It's just a pike, homie. It'll be fine.
And it's a 1 week long event.
They have
We're gonna be
said
focusing
on multiple
one
occasions
weapon
we are
at a time
never
this
letting
week
you
whenever it comes
use
around.
or put
And
weapons
this one is
on a
going to give you
Sparrow.
a new legendary
God,
weapon.
Solus.
Type. It's going to have some
God.
volatile mods.
I've
that are-
always
that are for the
wanted
week
it,
that
though. Ever
are gonna be
since
super
Destiny
interesting
1,
and
there
fun
was
to
a
play
glitch
with
you
and some
could
focusing you can do. But you know,
Where you could pop on a
there is a
Sparrow
problem
and
when you
use your
say
golden gun
this
to
event is
shots.
going
I
to be
was like,
about
holy fuck, it'd be
weapons
so cool to have
about
guns.
using
And,
them.
What if they are called?
Test all that out.
Right, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so. I mean,
Vatra
I've
says
never
Sparrow's
been
got
to
claws
this
now. We gotta
one,
call
I'm
them
sure you-
falcons.
Sport drags.
Right,
Yeah.
but there is a new one.
Falcons are a bit
We have
too
a
big.
new feature, a long requested feature.
You're too big.
That's being added to the game with Arms Week. It
Got
is
him.
the shooting range.
I mean,
And the
Shooting range!
is
Wait,
being
shooting
added
range!
to the tower.
We got a
It is
shooting
a
range?
Permanent addition to the game with the launch of Arms Week. We're not taking it away.
Where's my swordable enemy?
there
Can I
and
jump
fucking
in? Can I jump in and sword them?
Everything
Can I
you
jump in and hit them with a
everything
sword?
about
Please,
your build.
please let me sword them.
All sorts of
Please let me hit them with a sword.
simulations,
Please, Bungie. Please let me hit them with a sword.
Oh my
Please let me
God,
do sword
it's
testing.
happening.
Please let me do sword testing. Oh my God, this is so fucking cool.
Scoreboard
You
right there.
and your fire team.
Yeah, your whole raid team can go down into.
Dude,
Dude, look at the damage numbers. They're so
See exactly
tiny.
how well you can do
Dude, the light
for
reset is
some kind of
crazy.
boss at this range or with
gonna
a
say,
strat.
yeah.
That hand cannon does rewind rounds?
Yeah,
What the
well, you're
fuck?
probably gonna know.
So we have a rally
Might
flag.
well.
It's not just a shooting.
Oh, shut
range.
up.
Like,
I have a
you can
lisp.
go
Leave me
beyond
alone.
the firing line and use your abilities too.
No, we all do.
Yeah, you totally can.
like
And
Weird Warlords.
if you wanted to, you could.
Dude, I
you
call it
could
Dude.
do
Dude.
prismatic and pop transcend.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
And, you know, well, I think the reason why we're not seeing that right now.
Let me
Yeah,
go
soldier.
in there.
Yeah, they,
Standing on that firing line.
yeah, staying on the firing line.
Show
Building it
some.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of theory crafters are going to have to go ahead and have some upheavals to their Google Docs, I'm guessing. By
This will be a really good tool. Like, as we're
Upheavals to
adding
the
all
Google
these
Docs
different
is
systems
I
over
really,
here,
I
and all
really
that,
want.
You can go in and check
Please,
those damage numbers.
please
in real
let
time.
me
How
sword
my
them in
stats
here.
Change? How are these different gear bonuses going to affect
This is
the
actually
gameplay?
one of the
You can see it
craziest
in the
parts
tower
of this
now.
update so far.
This is
we're
fantastic.
talking about weapons.
Genuinely.
Oh yeah, well, you.
When is that
yeah, no,
launching?
there's
It looks
one more
almost
thing.
done.
I'm excited. So you know, there's more events, of course.
I
there's
would
more events,
assume
and
with
the
Edge of
holiday events
Fate.
are coming up. Where Solstice is
Yeah.
right around the corner.
It's
as well.
summertime, right?
It's
Yes.
summertime. Summertime is solstice time in Destiny 2. And Solstice has some really cool twists and such that we're planning, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I want to show you all
What? They're
the
just
new
not
hollow
okay.
foil
I guess we'll
treatment
talk
we
about
have
that
for
when
Solstice
Solstice is
weapons.
coming around.
So,
Solstice
here
weapons.
we
We're gonna
go.
see. Yeah, 300. Look at that.
This is the hollow foil treatment for Solstice in 2025.
That looks so
Ooh,
fucking
nice.
cool.
It is.
Oh
It's
my
amazing
God.
every time I look
It's
at
a
it. It
beach
is
with
an
water and
ocean
sand. That's
and
so
the
cool.
line. Yeah, we put
Dragoon
the ocean
says.
on a gun.
Dragoon says
It's
Dima's gonna be
beautiful. I
down for a
love it.
whole month.
And any kind of weapon
Dim
that
is
is
man.
can have
That's
a
gonna
hollow
suck.
foil
Like tier 1 or tier 3.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
fucking
any
gym
weapon can have a hollow foil.
moderators and
like,
like
the tier
coders
5
are
hollow
watching the
foil.
stream right now going,
like,
oh,
that's
Crying.
there's so
our
much
other
stuff
events
we have to
will
do.
also have hollow
Pouring
foils.
themselves drink.
Ooh, other events are also getting getting hollow foils.
Every event, a major event we have, will have a hollow foil treatment.
Wait,
Always
hollow
have their own
foils?
kind of
Not a...
special one, but yeah, ours will have their hollow foil drops
on.
in the farm as well.
Didn't we have hollow
No,
foils
it's
way
gonna be a
back
good
in
time. I'm gonna
Black
have
Ivory?
way too much stuff to chase down, so appreciate you guys putting all the hard work in, obviously, for that.
Where's the bonus light coming from? I don't know, Dragoon. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking a lot about here are the free updates coming to Destiny, the portal, a bunch of different stuff, Edge of Fate, but we also have another expansion, and we need Allison back on the couch to talk about it.
Yeah, Allison.
Another expansion. Wait a moment.
Yeah, we've got something very exciting. And
Allison returns.
Allison, thank you for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it.
Of course. I'm so excited to be
Give us back Dave!
Stop hitting your mic, Sully.
So we're glad that you could obviously go ahead and lead us into this one. But you know, as Dylan mentioned, we've talked about the Edge of Fate, but this is the first year we're going to be doing 2 expansions over the course of a year. Can you tell us a little bit about Renegades?
Yeah, so we're going to have a dedicated
Renegades.
for Renegades in September alongside our major update, Ashen Iron. But earlier we were talking about how sometimes our formulas can constrain us from experimenting and innovating. And so in that spirit, Renegades is going to be very different from the Edge of Fate. What I can tell you, and we'll talk plenty about it later, is that we're going to be experimenting and innovating with activities, with social mechanics, and more. But more importantly, I want to talk about our inspiration. And so I have to kind of tee it up first. So Renegades is going to be a Destiny, like definitively Destiny expansion. This is part of the Fate saga, and it's going to push it forward.
Desk bumping? It might be desk bumping, yeah.
Introduce characters that we're going to spend time with for years to come. It is an essential Fate saga story. And it's an homage to a universe that has inspired Bungie from the start. It's a universe that all of us here on the couch grew up with, as well as everyone else at the studio and millions of you back at home too. It is a peanut butter and combination, a peanut butter and like chocolate combination inside of what we're making that could only be possible in the kind of world that we build here. And so I am absolutely thrilled to be able to give our first sneak peek at Destiny 2 Renegades.
Let's take a look.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Not actual gameplay. Hey, Lost. Yeah, she said peanut butter expansion, which is kind of wild.
What?
It's Star Wars. I told you it's Star Wars. Look.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes.
No fucking.
Is that a lightsaber?
Dude. It's an actual collab. It's an actual Star Wars collab.
Oh my
It's not just skins. We're getting weapons too.
We are truly an MMORPG right now.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Robbie, what did we just see?
Dude, I want to use. Tell me the lightsaber can block. Give me Stronghold with lightsaber, baby. Let me use Stronghold with lightsaber.
Lightsaber, but you're blocking with deflecting.
Dude, it's a fucking deflecting projectile. Bro, it's just flash counter, but better. Like, holy shit, give that to me right now. Oh my god.
Renegades takes the space western vibe and aesthetic that is Star Wars.
Dude,
this is such a big thing.
And ultimately, it's created
that's so fucking
a
cool.
new lawless frontier.
Destiny is dead, motherfuckers, when I show them the Star Wars expansion.
We're so excited to show Renegades off a little bit today and to be talking about it more
Dude.
in September alongside the free major update with Ashen Iron. But right now, today, we're focused on Rite of the Nine.
Disconnected from WebSocket. What the heck are you talking about?
Absolutely. No,
Oh god. There we go.
I'm
I don't know what
dressed
the
up
fuck
like
I'm
that,
about.
like
No, super excited to share more of that.
Dude.
That actually leads us to the conclusion of today's show, which again we covered.
There's been a lot today.
Yeah, this is a good show, honestly. No, we went through a lot of it. So let's go ahead and quickly double check. We obviously went through, and the Year of Prophecy, pardon me, is going to go ahead.
I
And
knew
kick
that
off
was
on July
fucking Star.
15th.
Oh my god,
And this
that's
kicks
so
off the
fucking
brand
sick.
new multi-year Fate saga and our new focus on the core hobby of Destiny. The first expansion, The Edge of Fate, is going to be launching again on July 15th. as
I
noted,
knew
with
that was the
its
fucking
raid
Star
launching
Wars
on
text.
July
Look at that.
19th.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
So you're going through a lot of information.
6 thunder crashes on Vader. Hell yeah, Excalibur.
We have a new raid coming
Emperor
up with the
Palpatine thinks
expansion.
he knows how to use
July
lightning.
19th.
Let's show him.
We're gonna have a bunch of blogs. We're gonna have the rules, regulations, all that
Emperor
kind of stuff for our
Palpatine
raid
clearly
race.
has not met a
We
warlock.
invite everybody to come
Alternate
in, try to go for
universe,
that world
Return
first
of the
title.
Jedi. Palpatine turns
Dude,
out chair expecting to
fucking-
stay tuned for more details. We're not going to spoil anything. It's a raid.
Dude, someone needs to make
mark your calendars.
Someone needs to make a Darth Sidious warlock build with Chaos Reach.
So in addition to that, again, as we noted, Ash and Iron, our first
Oh,
game
no,
is
no,
out
yeah,
there.
no,
We'll be
that was
launching on
that
September
was actually
9th.
the original
Renegades,
concept for,
very exciting. We'll be launching in
Storm
December.
Color
And then
Warlock
keep an eye again on our social channels. We'll provide all the updates once
That's
they're
fucking
available.
cool.
But as far as today goes, the Edge of Fate. and
Vader
the
has a
Vader
raid boss.
are available starting right now. Now pre-ordering for starters the Ultimate Edition.
Vader
We'll
wouldn't
go
be the
ahead
raid
and
boss.
unlock.
Oh shit, here we go, more gameplay.
New
Look,
Land
look, it's
Beyond.
Beyond.
That exotic
Yeah, it's no,
sniper.
yeah.
Ooh,
It's
I
New
can't wait.
Land
I
Beyond
can't wait
now,
to say,
apparently.
honestly.
That'll be unlockable in addition to
It's
several
New
other
Land
goodies,
Beyond.
and also we've also got a collector's
Somehow
edition
Cade
that'll be
returned.
available.
It's Darth
You can see
Vader!
here on screen.
It is Darth Vader.
It was Darth Vader
Okay.
Here that's been sitting with
Take
us on
my
stage.
money.
This is one that you can go ahead and add to your collection as well, but
Darth
that's not
Vader.
all that's in there. Is there, Allison?
We got the writing team got a little excited on this one. We put a lot of lore goodies into this collector's edition.
Somehow the
That
witness
weird metal
returned is what
thing,
you're
that
looking
weird
for right there,
envelope.
Excalibur.
Weird. Wonder what's up with that.
Just checking the point.
Probably read it. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do a dramatic reading as soon as
Yeah, we
we're
should
done.
go downstairs immediately after.
It's
this.
really
Oh yeah, right after this.
Count me in. And then again, too, as far as today goes, Ride of the Nine. This is the essential prologue to the Edge of Fate, and like all of our events moving forward, it's going to be a free to all players. So make sure and go ahead and check that out when that arrives. And before the show wraps up, make sure and stick around for a little bit longer. We're going to be rating our good friend Sammy Cat as well. So go ahead and give her a follow. Tell her we said hello in chat. Pardon me. If you have any Twitch Prime subs or anything like that, go ahead and do us a favor. Drop it over there and check out her stream. She's going to be having a good time. But that concludes it for us here today. So for starters, huge thanks to my teammates here for joining me.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks for having
that
us.
last
Absolutely.
time
Yeah,
on my
Robbie,
lap,
Allison,
it would just
Dylan,
be
of
just
course.
the entire time.
There we go. We got Ben. And of course,
I can't
Mr. Dave
remember
Samuel.
things.
Thank you all
I
so much
fall
for being here
apart.
today. And then, of
Yeah, I
course,
did get
the
better at
crew
writing
that puts
scripts.
all
That's
this
something
on.
I
This-
struggle with.
This doesn't happen by accident. Thank you all so much for all of your hard work
You know
and
what, be on the
dealing
laptop if it was
with
me.
me on these last couple of
Bloons
days.
Tower Defense 6.
And of course, to everyone at home, to all of our guardians out there in the community, thank you. It's a
That's so
tremendous privilege to get
stupid,
the
Amber.
opportunity to share what we've been working on early, and it matters only if you guys show up and join us. So we really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed.
All right.
And otherwise, in the meantime, until we see you again,
Is maintenance
take care of
over? Can we play
yourselves,
Ride of the
take care of
Nine?
each other, and we'll see y'all Starside.
115,000
Is there
people
gonna be
watching,
an
by the way.
update is my question.
Almost definitely. Yeah, no update, so I guess we gotta wait a little bit longer.
I'll start it just in case.
Edge of
Snow
Fate.
Soloist.
Let us know.
Hopefully my time was logged.
All right, so let's unpack that for a minute. What is
Yeah, that was
everyone else's minds currently? What are you most excited /
Sword,
Star
lightsaber, lightsaber,
Yeah.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
100%. It's
Yeah,
it's
that was,
lightsaber.
that was a
Dude,
left hook I was
As
expecting.
soon as I get on, I'm making a Sith Lord cosplay for my Titan.
There,
Well, you get
I
that.
already have a
That comes
Sith
in
Lord cosplay
Renegades.
for my,
You gotta wait a little
Warlock.
bit.
Striker's seen it actually.
Yes, I have.
No, actually, no. The Darth Vader set and the New Land Beyond, that is as soon as you pre-order, which is out today, I believe.
Oh shit! Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. But not the lightsaber, right?
Destiny
That's
2
what I care
servers are
about.
not available. Don't do it yet.
Okay,
We
never mind
gotta-
then.
We gotta get an update.
I think I might go and take a break, and I'll come back with Ride of the Nine then. So I'll see you gamers later.
I will
All
await
right.
your call then.
See you later, gamer.
All right, goodbye everybody. I'll get ready
Shall
for
we
another stream
assemble?
ping in a little bit.
All right, we'll be in the Striker DC.
Awesome, sounds good.